I'm here investigating this Bill McIntosh phenomenon. Let's see what people think.
Bill McIntosh?
Oh yes, his AI knowledge is almost as powerful as my magic spells.
Bill McIntosh? His traffic strategies are used across 17 galaxies. Even Martians watch his show. Captain McIntosh's traffic secrets help me navigate the digital seas perfectly. His show be pure treasure, mate.
Bill McIntosh's AI insights fuel my experiments. His live stream is pure scientific genius.
Sir William McIntosh's online business strategies help me modernize my kingdom. I never miss his weekly show.
As you can see, Bill McIntosh's influence reaches everyone from wizards to scientists. His weekly show has become a cultural phenomenon.
It's time for the Bill McIntosh Show.
Hey, hello and welcome to the show. Of course, that's me. I'm Bill McIntosh. And no, I don't know any knights in shining armor or abominable snowman or anybody like that. But that was created with VO3, which we're going to talk about today on today's show. We're going to be talking about how to take Google's VO3 video generator and a mystery tool. So there's another mysterious AI tool that you mash the two together, and the whole thing, it's hands-free. It will plan out your video for you. It'll script out what the scenes should be in the video. It will create the scenes and then edit them all together and hand you a finished video. It's really amazing. So that's what our channel's very own producer, Nick, used to create that little intro that you just saw there. And literally, he just sat down with no prior experience, figured it out, and made that in a very short period of time. So we're going to talk about how you can use that to make a boatload of money. And we'll get into that a bit later. But before we do, I want to check in and with the audience and see in the chat. Let's just check in and see who's here. Give me a shout out. Give me a big, warm, and excited hello, and let me know where in the world you're at. And then producer Nick, if you could give people some shout outs while I take a look and see if our notifications went out correctly. And yeah, give us a big, warm hello and tell us where in the world you're at in the chat.
Yeah. We've got Regina, who's a show veteran. She's saying aloha from Kauai. We've got Vic from New Jersey. We have Claude. There's a John Rush. I believe John Rush is new. And John, I know of a popular Twitter guy who talks about making AI agents. In fact, we were reading his tweets on the show a few weeks ago. Are you the same John Rush, or are you a different John Rush? We have Jessica. We have Sandy from Las Vegas. We have Jen from Charleston, South Carolina. Albert from Michigan. Steve Hammond from LA. Me and Steve are neighbors. I live in LA too.
You're right, buddies.
Yeah. We have Stephen Smith. We have John Rush. That's a different John Rush than the one I was thinking of, but he's from Alabama, Mobile, Alabama. Don is from Montana. Rob's from Vegas. We've got Russ from Spartansburg, South Carolina. And then Chris from Kansas City.
All right. Fantastic. And if you're new to the show, by the way, this show is all about helping entrepreneurs either start a new business or grow a business using some of the modern marketing and AI strategies. And so that's what we dive into. How do you use AI tools combined with some old school marketing know-how and either build something from scratch if you want to launch something new as a new revenue source, or maybe you've never had a business before. This might be your first time in business. And this is also for those of you who have an existing business and you're trying to grow it. You're looking for new and different ways to use AI or marketing to grow your businesses online. And of course, I'm the host, Bill McIntosh. And over the years, I've been doing this a while now, over 25 years, I've managed to produce $100 million and up in revenue across all my different companies. And I've been lucky enough to build multiple successful 7- and 8-figure companies. And now this show is all about how I can help you. I jump on here every week. We're on here on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Pacific. It's 5 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm here just to give you free, no strings attached training on whatever the latest, greatest cutting edge marketing and AI tools are out there. And then I'm here to help you out. So we open up chat and we'll be doing consulting and helping and question answering and anything that I can do while I have this time with you here this week to help you keep your business moving forward. And that's what the show is all about. So if you're interested in entrepreneurship and starting and growing a business, you're in the right place, which I'll remind you, the best way to make sure that you can come back and see us next week is if you're a subscriber to the channel. So take a look down there. You'll see a red subscribe button. Make sure you tap that so you get notifications next time we go live. And also, a quick favor, if at any point today you're having a good time hanging out here with me, hit that thumbs up, give me a like on this video. It really does help. It helps send a signal to YouTube. And if you do it right now, in fact, it'll help send a signal to YouTube that they should send more people here to watch the show. So I'd be eternally grateful if you give us that thumbs up whenever you feel we've earned it. And it'll definitely help the channel and help us get more people hanging out with you here in the chat. And I do see what looks like several new people to the show. I see a lot of our old timers here, but also some of you who are new. So do me a favor if you're new to the channel and give me an I'm new in the chat. So you'll see that chat. And we have subscriber only chat turned on. So it will open up and activate if you're a free subscriber to the channel. You don't have to pay in order to get access to that. Just become a free subscriber, tap the red button, subscribe. And I think it takes a minute and then it will unlock the chat for you. But if you're new to the Wednesday show, new to my channel, give me a big I'm new in the chat. And Nick, who do we have here who's new?
Yeah, we have a bunch of new people. Steve is new. Julia's new. John Rush is new. We've got Marty. Marty's a newcomer. Aiden's new. Vic is new. AP is new. MC Sir Lotus Indigo Knight is new. Stephanie's new.
Wow.
Stephen Smith says I'm getting old.
Yeah, me too.
Lots of newbies.
Okay, well, thank you all for tuning in. I'm glad to have you be here. And it's my goal to build a cool community around this channel. And so we have a lot of our regulars who hang out together there in the chat. And you guys can help one another out as well. I know there are people that are both.
Uh-oh. Is Bill frozen for you guys?
Oh,
or is it just me?
I don't know what happened there.
You froze. Oh, you're back now. There you go.
Okay, let me see here. Let me just make sure that my computer didn't decide to just suddenly turn on Wi-Fi. No. Yeah, I have a hardwired connection, but it was telling me I had a bad connection, but looks fine now. Okay, well, all right. Well, sorry about that, everybody. But yeah, I was saying that the whole show is about community, and I want you guys to be chatting amongst yourselves in the chat panel, because we have people from all across the spectrum, from brand new entrepreneurs who've never had a business before to I see some of you are seasoned veterans with a lot of experience, and some of the you can all help each other in there as well. And so what we'll do is we're going to do our training segment. That's normally when I do the show, we do between 1 and 3 training segments on 3 different tools or techniques. And then we do open Q&A where you can ask me anything about your business so I can help you grow your business. And that's kind of the rundown of how we do the show. And today we're going to be doing one segment. We have one segment on Google's VO3. And I want to take a little quick poll of the audience. Tell me in the chat if you know what VO3 is. So give me a yes or a no. And don't be shy if the answer is no. I want to kind of get a feeling if everyone is real familiar with VO3. Give me a yes or a no in that chat panel. And I do see all yeses so far, but I want to know if there's any no's. Okay, there's a no. So Jen and Russ is a no. Julia's a no. Okay, so there are some no's. Okay, yeah. All right, so we have some no's. It's a mix. So Google's VO3 is a new AI tool, and it's an AI tool that creates videos, and they're pretty amazing. So if you missed, I know the audience was kind of a little bit light when we first started the show. VO3 is what made that show intro I played earlier, and it's quite something. So what the tool does is not only does it make like lifelike video, and you can make video that is indistinguishable from a real video. I have seen VO3 videos that fooled me. I thought they were human. I thought it was real, and it was a video. And it's not like many of the other video tools where it just makes a video and then you have to add sound and voiceover and all this stuff. It comes out with sound effects, background noise. The audio is all produced. It just comes out as a finished clip of videos. And so Google will release that, and kind of the internet's been freaking out about this tool. I know the channel's producer, Nick, has been making all kinds of silly videos, mostly for fun and comedy so far, but we're also making ads and social media content as well. Nick, you mind if I bring you on for a moment?
Yeah, do it.
Okay. All right. So I know you've made a couple of ads for us now. You made the new show intro and some other stuff. Let's do a really quick rundown on VO3 just to kind of bring the audience up to speed on why it's such a breakthrough.
Yeah, well, there have been a lot of different AI video generators on the market. We've talked about one called Runway ML. There's one called Kling. There's a whole bunch of them. And they've all been good, and they're all still good. But the thing is, I believe, and I think Bill would agree with me, up until now, they have not been able to fool people yet. They haven't been up to the level of realism where someone looking at them, in my opinion, would see them and think that might be a real person or something. VO3 is the first one on the market where I believe the videos are so realistic. If someone's scrolling and they're not really paying attention, that it's indistinguishable. And I think that's crazy. And what do you would you agree with my assessment there, Bill?
Oh yeah, I'm already seeing there are, especially for commercials and short social media content, right? For the kind of stuff that we're going to talk about today, on how you can make money with VO3, it is incredible. You can make commercials. Like if I had a bit of time this afternoon, if I sat down, spent a little time this afternoon, I could create an ad that looks like I hired a Hollywood production to film it for me. And I could do it with VO3 in a matter of probably a couple of hours, just me sitting down and doing that. I'm not a professional videographer by any stretch. I don't even know how to use most of the video tools or video editing software, but yet I could sit down and make something that is equivalent to what would have cost tens or potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars to make whether I'm making a funny social media kind of viral piece that I want to get attention, or making an ad that I want to spend some money and advertise. And I think this is the first time that that's true in human history, right? That one person without skills could sit down and produce something that is better than an entire team of professionals.
Yeah, and the other thing I forgot to mention that's really cool about this is that if you wanted to make a full ad or video using AI, and you wanted to include dialogue and audio and things like that, you would need to use 2, 3, 4 different tools and cobble them all together. And that can be quite expensive and quite annoying, honestly, jumping between tool. But with VO3, you don't necessarily have to do that, because the videos, not only when you give it a prompt, not only does it generate the visual, it'll generate audio, meaning dialogue, sound effects, music. It'll do it all for you.
Yeah.
One
thing I want to say too is we're gonna do some training in a moment that takes it to a whole other level, right? So Nick is talking about how VO3 makes this easy. Wait till you see the training, because we're about to dive into that. But I wanted to give everybody a little bit of a run up, a little bit of an intro on what VO3 is before we dive into the training. And I'm sorry to cut you off there, Nick, but I think we should get into the training and just dive right in and show them how this works.
Yeah. So here's what I'll do. I'll take myself off of the studio, and then I don't know if you still want to call me in or not, but whenever you need me to jump in, just let me know and I'll come back.
Yeah. Well, first up, I want to do something different today. So for the audience, what we normally do is I record our training segments, and I record them so that they can be packaged together in courses or released as social media content, things like that. And one of the first things that I do is I create what's called the hook. It's like the first 30 seconds to a minute of any of the videos that you see. They have a hook that grabs someone's attention, gives them a compelling reason why they need to watch, probably drops in a little bit of a mystery so that they want to stick around, and then introduces the video, right? That's called the intro or the hook, however you want to call that. And ordinarily, I write that ahead of time, or Nick will write them for me, and then I just read them on my teleprompter. And today, we don't have a hook. So I was thinking it would be kind of fun to write our hook with the audience. So would that be useful for us to, if you want to see, like you want to see how the sausage is made, so to speak, together we can write the hook for the training I'm about to deliver. And you get to see what my thinking is and how what persuasion tools do I use to write the hook. We have a little bit of some notes prepared, and actually I'll share my screen and we could write it together if you guys would find that interesting. If you think that's boring and you want me to get into it with that VO3, let me know too. So you can tell me yes or no. Either way is fine. Do you guys want to be part of writing the hook? And if so, I'll share my screen and we'll write it together. Yeah?
That sounds fun.
Cool. Okay. All right, awesome. Then let's do that. So now that everybody is kind of like up to speed of what VO3 is, let's write a hook about it. And so to set the stage of this, the first thing you do when you want to write a hook, so this is kind of like a little mini lesson that we're doing right now. And a hook is something that can be used pretty universally. This concept that we're about to do for writing a video script can be used for an introduction to an email, can be used as an introduction to a sales letter, any kind of content, whether it's written, visual, audio, or otherwise. You do need this hook at the beginning to grab people's attention, right? Think of like the big headline in the beginning parts of sales letters you've seen before. And the important parts of this is to grab attention, give them a compelling reason to watch or listen or read, and then give some kind of a mystery that will only be resolved if they continue along and consume your content, right? That's kind of the magic formula. And the very first thing that you need to do in order to kind of craft that is to know who you're crafting it for, right? You can craft a hook, but if you don't have clearly in mind who you're crafting it for and why, it can miss the mark. So in this case, we're crafting a hook for people like you. So those of you who are watching the audio, on the show right now are exactly who the hook is designed for. And so we'll do a quick poll of the audience. What is an incredibly compelling reason that you would watch a short video? Let's say we have a 15-minute video teaching you how to do something cool or make money with VO3. Can you give me a compelling reason why you would want to watch a video like that? And be brute. Don't be shy because you're in the chat. You've got to be brute for this to work. You've got to be brutally honest with me and tell me what would actually make you stop scrolling and go, okay, I should watch this. So give us some feedback in the chat. And while you're doing that, I'll share my screen. And Nick, you're going to have to help me a little bit with monitoring the chat. So
yeah, sure.
I don't want everybody watch me squinting at the screen. So let's say we try removing that and go to that. There we go. Back this way. Okay, so we're going to write this will be our hook here. We have some notes here now, but we're going to replace this with what we come up with together with the audience. And what do you see in there are some ideas? What are some compelling reasons that people would tune into this video, Nick?
Well, I think the number one reason most people tune into their videos is because they think it'll help them make money. How will VO3 doesn't matter as long as it's making them money or getting them an audience or something.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, we boil it down to the very bottom of all of this. The reason we would be interested in this is to produce profit. That is true. And then what if we combine? Maybe we can combine that along with some of the other things that they're putting in the chat. So what are some of the other ideas of what's a compelling reason that you out in the audience would watch this training video?
Well, Regina mentioned how it would save time. With this workflow, that's very true. Instead of bouncing around between 3 or 4 tools, you get to save a bunch of time by staying in one.
Cool. So then I'm going to put that right here. So I already kind of set it up that there's a huge problem. And I'm going to say there are I'm actually going to say some huge problems. First, most video editing tools take a lot of time to use them. And while VO3 is good, can be time consuming to use by hand. Okay, there we go. Time. What else we have?
Less effort to produce.
Okay.
When I try and write the hooks, I imagine someone who's a little lazy and who wants things done for them. So if we can phrase things passively, I guess.
Okay, so then I'm going to say second. I'm going to add one in here. Most people don't want to subscribe to a dozen different AI tools just to create a single high quality video. Okay. Okay, let's see here. So then I'm going to say, so in today's video, I'll show you how to combine VO3 with a new AI agent who can do all the planning, video production, and even your video editing.
Did you already mention? Oh, no.
Almost hands-free. Okay. Okay, so that's we got that, and then we need to give a mystery. Now, one of the things in the way this hook is written, you'll notice I did not reveal what the mysterious second tool is. So baked right into it, we have their question mark there, right? And then down here, I'm talking about this mysterious tool. Yeah, and so it's got a little mystery baked into it, but I think we need to add a little bit more. And then any other ideas, Nick, in the chat, give us some feedback of what other concepts are coming into the chat about this.
Sure. Well, Regina mentioned, she says, in your title for this training, you mentioned on Autopilot, and that piqued my interest.
Okay.
So I think the concept of it does it for you. Hands-free, it does it for you. It's still on Autopilot. Okay. I think that's pretty compelling.
Okay, so.
And the mystery, I think I wrote it into the original. Yeah, stick to the end because I'll be sharing the prompt I'm using.
Okay. By the way, AI videos. Oh, I put on cap locks. Darn it. AI videos that pull in profits, then you're going to want to see this for sure. Okay. So I did something here that I want to point out. Just since we're doing kind of like a little bit of teaching while we're doing this together. One of the things that I'll often do is use very assumptive language in my copy and when I'm saying things. And there's a trick here where I'm going to say, so if you'd like an autopilot workflow to launch insane AI videos that pull in profits, which anybody who's going to want to watch this video is going to want that, right? So we know with a given, anyone's going to want that. And that's that button that Regina gave us. So I'll say, if you want that, then you're going to want to see this for sure. All right. So then I'm using an assumptive statement, and I'm saying you're going to want to see this for sure. And there is some really interesting psychology behind that. So the only time I ever introduce like tentative language, like, well, if you want X, or I wouldn't say like, if you want to watch the video, I'm going to say you are going to want to watch the video, or you want to watch the video. So I'll use assumptive language, except if I know with 100% certainty the question I'm asking, like, if you want X, then you're going to want, then you're going to experience Y, right? Do you see what I'm saying? Or I won't do that. And sometimes, Nick, this is a great lesson for you in the hooks that you've write. Things like saying, if you stick around to the end, then I'm going to give you X, right? I often have to edit those for you. And because you should say, when you stick around to the end, I'm going to give you X, right? Is that making sense, what I'm trying to communicate?
That does make sense.
Okay.
I'm curious for the people in the audience. Do you like, I guess, doing a copywriting ride-along where you get to see Bill write a sales letter or a hook or an email, and he explains what he's doing and why he's writing what he's writing? Is this at all interesting? I really like it, but I don't know if other people feel the same way. I think it'd be cool if Bill did more content like this, but I think he'd only want to do more content like this if you guys wanted to see it.
Yeah, I don't know if this is boring or interesting to you guys to kind of get this like behind the scenes. Yeah, like I said, how the sausage is made, sort of stuff. You can see because you might be surprised how much thought is given to the words that are used and the way they're used. When we get our marketing campaigns right, it takes a surprising amount of planning for even something like, you can see how short this is. This is like a 30-second to a minute bit of copy. I might spend 20 minutes crafting that just to make that little bit of copy and read it out loud. So,
and also Steve brings up a good point. He mentions, why not use Perplexity or Gemini to write all of that? And behind the scenes, we do use a lot of AI to write things. We're all about AI business building, and we walk the talk. So if you'd also be interested in seeing, I don't know, some of the prompts or the AI techniques we're using behind the scenes, let us know if you'd be interested in that as well. I do a lot of AI copywriting myself, so maybe I can do that too.
One workflow that we use for AI, just to give a little bit for the speed today, we're doing this by hand. Actually, it's faster for me to sit here and write it by hand. But sometimes if I'm having a bit of a writer's block, or I'm just not quite feeling it, not quite sure what to write, then I will go to an AI workflow. But for these short bits of copy, I often find that it can be just as fast for me just to write it, longer copy, absolutely. Then AI is vital. Or to get through writer's block. But my point is, the workflow that we use is I will feed whatever AI tool I'm working with, whether it's Perplexity or ChatGPT or whatever, or Claude, I'll feed it a bunch of information about how to write killer hooks. So, for example, we have Mr. Beast's leaked manual, which we've given you guys that are subscribers to our Ingeniosity show. So we'll give it Mr. Beast's manual on how to create compelling content. Then we'll feed it a couple of video transcripts of training about how to write killer video scripts. We feed it all of that first, and then I'll say, based on all of this, here's the idea behind my video. And then I'll prompt it to help me write a compelling hook. And you have to give really specific instructions that it's designed to grab their attention, compel them to want to watch the video, and then have a mystery that pulls them in to continue watching. And then you could have it create the script for you and pop it out. But you do need to prime it. You can't just go to ChatGPT or Claude and say, hey, write me a script. you're not going to get very good results if you do that. But if
That's
you
what
do
I
the
think. A lot of
workflow-
the people who are bearish on AI, I talk to a lot of people and say, I tried ChatGPT and it sucked. That's what they did. They went in, they gave it one prompt, write me a report on XYZ, and the report sucked. So they write off ChatGPT. That's because you weren't doing it right. You're not supposed to use it that way.
Yeah, I think maybe there will be a day where that is where AI will do that, where you could just go to a super powerful single AI and go, hey, write me a script, and then it will figure out the research that it needs to do. But we're not quite there yet. So we definitely need to prime it by giving it all of the data first before we ask it to do stuff like this. So cool. Then with that, I think, let's see, I probably need to massage this just a little bit, and then we're going to dive into the training today. In this video, you'll see how people are already doing this I'm going to take out basically to print money with VO3. So I like to take out tentative language. I like to use active language in my scripts like this or in my writing. And I'm very cautious about using words that are that sort of make less of it. So it's like using words like almost or basically or it seems like, or I try to remove as much of that kind of language from my copy as I can as well. But we're under a time crunch here, so I think we're good. So now what I'm going to do, did we tell? Yeah, we got the prompt. Good. So I think we're going to go with this now.
All right.
So you satisfied with this, Nick?
Let me do one more pass. Yeah, I feel good about that. Here, I'll take myself out of the studio now and then let you film.
And then I need a minute. I still have to get it into the teleprompter. So give me a minute, everybody, while I fiddle with the teleprompter. So now what I'm doing is I got my iPad teleprompter. See my whole camera rig is in a teleprompter. And so I just sent that script from my desktop to this tablet, and now I'm going to put it in my teleprompter, and we're going to get started. And how's the audience feel about the script? You guys like it?
Yeah, I'm curious too. Regina asks, is there training on the channel about training/priming an AI tool? Not on that particular subject, but we do have some on writing content with AI. And there's one I really like. Let me pull it up for you guys.
Oh, the Be Do Have prompt engineering video? That's a good one for basic prompting.
That's not on the channel. It's
not?
No.
I've never done. I didn't know we haven't done that on the channel. Okay.
Yeah, no, we haven't.
Okay, my script is loaded in the teleprompter. Now let me just load it up here and then make sure my camera isn't crooked once I load it back in. Here, 1 second here while we see, this is behind the scenes. You guys get to see how it works. So that is a little bit crooked, isn't it? I'm worried to fiddle with my camera.
And Regina, I found the video I was thinking about. I'm going to link to it in the chat. And Bob Siren, I see your question. I'm very curious. I think we're going to get to the video, and then any other questions that we've missed, we'll get back to after we're done with the.
Yeah, we're going to open up to. We're going to do our Q&A in just a little bit. So the first thing we'll do is Q&A on the VO3 training I'm about to deliver. And then the second thing we're going to do is we'll go to open Q&A where you guys can ask anything at all about entrepreneurship and getting traffic, making money, all that stuff. Okay. So I got that loaded. Is that straight enough, or should I fiddle with the camera, Nick? I've made it crooked.
I think that's good enough. Real quick, what do you guys think in the chat? Do you think that's good enough? Well, Bill's going to fiddle with it anyway, I guess. I think that I feel like you just made it worse.
Did I make it worse?
Oh no.
How's that?
Okay.
How's that?
That looks fine. I think you're good to go.
Okay. All right. Well then, okay, cool. So then we're going to get started, and I'm going to do the intro, and then we'll dive into the training. So I've got my teleprompter controls, and I think we're good. Okay.
Okay.
Last little thing here. Hold on, everybody. There we go. Okay. The curtains were not closed at the back, so I couldn't see the text. Okay, here we go. So this is the VO3 training, and here is the hook that you guys helped me write. Here we go. Google just released their groundbreaking VO3 AI video tool, and it's the first AI video generator that's actually tricking people, a lot of people, online. I'm seeing videos pop up that are almost indistinguishable from real life videos, and people are already using this to make a lot of money. But there's some huge problems with VO3. First, most video editing tools take a lot of time to use. And while VO3 is good, it can still be really time consuming to use it. And second, people just don't want to have to subscribe to a dozen different AI tools just to create a single high quality video. So in today's video, as you watch here with me now, I will show you how to combine VO3 with an AI agent who can do all the planning, all the video production, even your video editing, almost hands-free. And in this video, you're going to see how people are already doing this to print money with VO3. And I'm going to show you this agent. And what it does is it writes all of your prompts. It plans your videos for you. It edits your videos for you. And get this, you don't even need a Google Pro subscription to use it. So you pay for one AI tool, and it does all the work. It taps into VO3 and pulls out VO3 videos, and you don't even need the Google subscription. And this makes it even easier so that you can mint profitable videos back to back to back and make money either from viral social video posts, like you'll see in just a minute, or through ads and other things that bring in money. Okay, well, I screwed that up. I tried to improvise. So note for editor, clean this up. And here we go. And even money-making ads that will pull in a lot of profit. You'll see a bunch of these examples. You'll see exactly how to make it, and you'll see just how easy all of this is. And you're going to want to stick all the way to the end of this video because I have a prompt that I'm going to be using with this mystery tool that will let you make these videos all by yourself, copy and paste simple. So if you'd like an autopilot workflow to launch insane AI videos and pull in lots of profit, then you're going to want to see this for sure. So are you ready? Well, let's dive in. Okay. Little editing for the editor, but there we go. How was that?
I liked that. That was good.
So our first ever intro that was written with the audience. So thanks, guys. All right. So then what we're going to do now, and remember, again, we are recording this. So what you're going to see happening is that I'm going to deliver the training. And even though I am here live, so keep your questions coming in. Pop any questions you have, commentary, feedback in the chat. And then once I'm done delivering the training, we'll open it up and answer all of your questions. So let's do this. I'll share the screen. Come on here. And I think I will do that for now. Nick, do you want to duck out while I pick it up from here? And then I'll call you in a minute. So I'll be ready to screen share and if needed in a minute. Okay, cool. All right, then here we go. All right, so this training comes along with a playbook, which you can see right there. And it includes note for editor, you can clean this up. And it includes all the resources you need, links, prompts, and a lot more information about how to apply today's training. And if you want it, it's totally free. All you need to do is become a subscriber to our Ingeniosity newsletter. So our 100% free newsletter. We send out issues every Friday loaded with training, and you get a bunch of free gifts just for subscribing to the newsletter. We have a whole library of dozens of different playbooks of different strategies to help you make profit, help you get traffic, and help you grow your online business. They're all a gift from me to you. Just subscribe to Ingeniosity, and you'll be able to download this very slide deck that you see me using here, and it will become your playbook to copy and paste and get all the great resources. So let's get into it. So first up, let me go into presentation mode, and I'll go full screen there. And in fact, I will now put myself over here. And then we'll go on. So how are people making money with VO3? Let's do a really quick look into that. There are several examples here, and I'm actually going to show you one that we just made in a moment here. But here is PJ Ace on Twitter. You can take a look at what he created there. Don't know why the audio is not coming through.
Yeah, good question. Let me see.
Oh, you know what? It's on my end, I think.
Oh, were you sharing your entire screen and not the tab?
Yeah.
Okay.
Testing. Oh, now I'm getting echo.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Why is it echoing? All right.
Bro, I've had enough. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Whoa.
Where did the echoing? How'd that start?
I don't know why it's echoing. Never had this problem before. Sorry, everybody. So what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to have to. So what happens if I mute this? Why in the world is it echoing? I can't figure this out. It's never done this before. Okay, so if I share the screen with audio,
yeah,
that's what triggers it. What's that?
Yeah, I was just noting the echoing's gone.
Yeah, because it's when I share that screen with audio, it echoes. I don't know why. It has never done that before.
Well, that's weird.
Okay, then you know what we'll do? So we're going to note for editor, we can clean all this up, but I'm going to share the screen without audio. And then instead of playing these videos, Nick, I think what I'll do is just play the one that you made. Okay, so note for editor, we'll pick it up from there, and here we go. So sorry for all the trouble behind the scenes, everybody, but here we go. All right, so people are making money in a large variety of ways with VO3. They're making videos that they're posting all over social media. I'm seeing people getting millions of views with these videos. There's a few ways to make humorous videos related to your niche market that can spread like wildfire and get you free traffic and free attention from your target market. And there are lots of examples. We've got case studies, examples, and more that you can access. It's all in the slide deck here, so you can click and go through and browse them. But I'll show you one here real quick. Producer Nick on the channel, who I'm going to bring on, and he's going to talk about this. He actually made me a brand new show intro, which I'll share with you right now. Oh boy, this is loaded with edits for for Jake. So sorry about that. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to share with you an example of the show intro that producer Nick made just last night.
Investigating this Bill McIntosh phenomenon. Let's see what people think.
Bill McIntosh?
Oh yes, his AI knowledge is almost as powerful as my magic spells.
Bill McIntosh? His traffic strategies are used across 17 galaxies. Even Martians watch his show. Captain McIntosh's traffic secrets help me navigate the digital seas perfectly. His show be pure treasure, mate.
Bill McIntosh's AI insights fuel my experiments. His live stream is pure scientific genius.
Sir William McIntosh's online business strategies help me modernize my kingdom. I never miss his weekly show.
As you can see, Bill McIntosh's influence reaches everyone from wizards to scientists. His weekly show has become a cultural phenomenon.
It's time for the Bill McIntosh Show.
There you go. So that was made using a combination of VO3 and a tool called Genspark. And that's what we're going to be diving in today, is the workflow on how we use Genspark to get it to produce videos like that. Now, I want you to realize something. That video was produced in one sitting when producer Nick learned the tool for the first time ever. He sat down. He's never worked with the tool before. He learned how to use it, produced that video, and check this out. Genspark helped him plan the video, figure out what scenes were needed in the video, created the prompts to make the videos, submitted the prompts, made the videos, pulled them back in, and when he was happy with the results, it edited them all together and produced the final output that you saw there, all without him needing to jump into like another tool. Typically, you would have to go open up another tool. Runway ML is one that we love to use. You would have taken all those clips out one at a time, put them into Runway ML, did the editing, save it, re-output it. None of that. It all popped straight out of Genspark. And get this, with just a Genspark subscription, you don't even need to pay for the extra Google subscription. So with your Genspark subscription, it uses your credits in your Genspark account to make these videos, and you don't even need to go to Google at all. So it is pretty amazing. And producer Nick, are you out there? Let's have you come on and we can talk a little bit about the workflow. I'm going to pull up the slides and we'll go through the rest of this training together. So that's pretty cool. I love what you did there.
Yeah, it was super easy. VO3 was always, pretty easy compared to what we used to do with before, but it just got even easier.
Well, and what I love is, especially for people who are maybe not as comfortable with AI as you are, right? Like you're comfortable with prompting AI and coming up with ideas to tell AI what to do. And for someone who maybe isn't as experienced at that, this new workflow handles that because Genspark does that for you. So that's what I particularly love about it. I think it puts good quality content into the hands of anyone. So I'm going to share the screen again, and we'll and actually that's the wrong screen. That's the screen. I'll remove that, add that. There we go. So those are all those examples. And then, by the way, I'd like to know from the audience, what kind of videos are you going to make? Do you want to make some weird videos like my show intro? Have a cast of aliens and pirates and wizards in your video? Or are you going to make something for your particular niche? You're going to make ads, viral content? I would love to hear how you're going to be using VO3 for your business and growing your business. So let's move on to the next slide. And we talked about the limitations of VO3. VO3 produces awesome videos, but they come out in 8-second clips. And it is, unfortunately, at this stage, the tool VO3 is pretty new, and there's a lot of features they're going to be adding to it. But all you get is that 8-second clip. It's very difficult to extend the clip and make it longer, and it can take a long time. And as an example too, sometimes you have to make multiple videos before you get the one you like. What is that like typically, Nick, when you're going into VO3 by hand the old way and making these? How many times might you need to prompt it before you get a video you like?
Like 2, 3, 4 times sometimes.
Mm-hmm. So that could be a lot of time and probably be pretty frustrating. So here, this is almost like if you guys are familiar with vibe coding, when you're coding and writing software tools with AI, they call that vibe coding. This is like vibe video editing, kind of like you're just sort of guiding it and it's doing all the work for you.
Exactly.
And that's where Genspark comes in. So Genspark is what's called agentic AI, or it is an AI chatbot that you can talk to, and then it has access to all kinds of other tools. And it can do thinking, and it can call different tools and do, it can do a round of studying. It can look up search results. It can pull in other information, and it can call other tools. And in this case, it's going to be calling the VO3 tool to make your videos for you. And so in Genspark, this is the workflow that Nick came up with. Number one, you're going to come up with your video ideas, and you do all of this in Genspark. It does it for you. It comes up with the prompts for each clip that you're going to make. Then Genspark is going to call the VO3 video service and make the videos for you. Then once you're happy with the results, right? If you look through all the videos, you like everything, you can give it feedback and say, I like this one, I don't like that one, guide it. And then when you're happy with all the videos it produced, you just simply tell it to go turn it into a finished, polished video. And then it will take all the clips, edit them together, make it polished, and output a final video for you. And it does all that. You can just do all that from the chat. Like you're just chatting with it, and then out pops your download link to get your video. And so we can show you that. And I'm trying to get, why is my slide stuck? Okay. So we have a prompt, which we're going to get to that in a moment. We'll be sharing that prompt with you. And of course, all of the subscribers of Ingeniosity, you're going to get that prompt. You can download that and copy and paste it. But we'll show you on screen in a minute. If you want to see it, you'll be able to pause the screen to see the prompt. We'll show you that in just a minute. And again, all of you can download that for free. So Nick, you want to open it up on your screen, or should we do it on my screen?
Sure, we could do it on my screen.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have you open it up on your side, and let's show. I know we have an example conversation that is ready to do a finished video, and maybe we look at that one.
Yeah, sure. So let me share my screen. That would be all right. So I guess I'll walk everyone through the conversation I had with Genspark. So,
it starts out with that prompt, the mega prompt at the beginning, right? That we're going to share with everybody. That's where it kicks off.
Yes, every single time. The big prompt, basically what I'm doing is I'm explaining what VO3 is, how it works. This is important because if you don't explain how VO3 works, it will prompt it incorrectly. And it will assume, because VO3 videos, they don't have consistent characters and they don't seamlessly transition from one to the other. They're self-contained 8-second videos. We want Genspark to understand that, because if it doesn't, it kind of messes up the prompts. So basically what we're going to do, and then, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. So we explain that to it, and then we said we're going to do this in 3 parts. The first part is we want to brainstorm the actual idea. So Genspark's going to try and help us come up with what we want in our video. Once we've come to a conclusion for what we want the video to be, the next part 2, is where it's going to come up with the prompts. And then we go back and forth, making sure we like all the prompts for each of the clips. And then for the final part, it's going to actually generate the videos. And you have to be comfortable with a little bit of back and forth. as you can see, so I asked it for ideas, and I said, I don't like any of these. And I wanted a street interview with done by an alien. So it didn't really understand what I was asking for. It thought I wanted an alien job interview or alien research or something. That's not what I wanted. So I went back and forth with it until it understood what I want. Then I did some more. I like option 3, but what other clips can we do? So we keep going back and forth until, bam, we come to a conclusion for the clips we like. So now, should I draft the detailed VO3 prompts for each of the 4 clips? Then it comes up with the prompts.
So each of these is done like step by step. You're just having a conversation with the chatbot, right? So it does a round of work, and we're showing you kind of like fast forward everyone. So instead of watching us chat with the chatbot, you're seeing a conversation that he had earlier today.
Yeah. Yes. So after we decide what we want the video to be about, I get it to come up with the prompts that's going to feed to VO3. I approved the prompts. I said, great. Now make these clips with VO3. And I think it took about 15 minutes for it to make these clips. But
so you can just walk away, right? Like you fire it up, let it go make the videos, and go walk away and do something else.
Yeah, and if you want to batch out a bunch of these, because I know this is a great workflow for making a lot of content super fast, because you get to bypass taking all the clips and bringing it into an editing bay. You could just load up like 5 different tabs and then have a bunch of conversations going simultaneously and working with them, and you could pump out a bunch of videos basically in an afternoon. But so we got the clips, and here's where we have to do a little bit more back and forth, because this happens with AI. Sometimes it messes up. It switched the dialogue. So the alien would say what the human was supposed to say, and the human would say what the alien was supposed to say. So I asked it, can you rewrite the prompt so it's clear to VO3 what the alien and the human are saying? Did that. I have to help it with the prompts a little bit. And then I had it go again. And here are some of the clips that it came up with. I asked it to do 4 instead of 8 for this one.
What's the weirdest thing humans do for fun?
Maybe karaoke?
What's the
Would you rather breathe oxygen or methane?
Oxygen?
Boring choice. Would you...
What's your favorite way to molt?
I don't molt.
This one messed it up a little bit. That was supposed to be the line of the human, but I decided it wasn't that big of a deal. This was just for an example today.
Yeah.
Humans are so basic. Follow for more alien content.
So ordinarily I would have had it redo this one, but because this is just a funny example, it's fine. So the next part to wrap everything up, what we're going to ask it to do is, can you please edit all of the clips together into one self-contained video for me?
So it's thinking, trying to decide if it's going to comply, and
here it goes. And it's using Python to do this. This takes a few minutes, so we can just kick our feet up and walk away and come back, and we'll have a full video.
right on.
Notice how easy that was. We outsourced the video editing. We outsourced the actual video production like we do with VO3, but we also outsourced a lot of the thinking. This is just a goofy example that I wanted to come up with, and I just asked it to come up with the idea. I didn't do any of the thinking myself on this.
Yeah, so it planned out those scenes then. So you didn't give it explicit instructions like, here's what I want in this scene, and here's what I want in this scene. It did all that for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
There was back and forth, right? Because I didn't like some of the output. I didn't like some of its original ideas, and I kind of massaged it and guided it into coming up with something that was acceptable for me.
All right, awesome. So then, yeah, what we'll do, I'm going to take over the screen again, and we'll go back to my screen. So I'll remove you, add me back, and we'll continue on with the training, and we'll come back to Nick and see what that video looks like once it's done producing. So right now, Genspark is editing all those clips together, and then we'll see the finished result in just a minute. Okay, so Genspark is the magic. And then here's that prompt. I'll leave that on the screen there for a moment, but do realize that you can download this totally free. Just subscribe to our Ingeniosity newsletter. I'll drop a link down below somewhere in the description or in the comments with a link where you can go sign up to Ingeniosity and download that, this playbook. Okay. Now, Genspark, I want to give you a little bit more information about Genspark. It's an AI-powered tool. So it could be what's considered an AI agent. It has access to search. It can make slide decks for you. It can create web pages for you. It can write copy for you. It does a lot of the same things that ChatGPT might do. And then it has access to tools like VO3. And it's a multi-agent framework where you have one chatbot who you're talking to, and then it gets access to all of these other agents who are specialized in their workflow. So if it knows you need someone to write copy for you, it will work with that agent. If it knows you need to make video for VO3, it'll find the VO3 agent. And it does all of that so that you don't have to think about it. It kind of just does it for you. Now, I've used Genspark to do some slides and do some other work. I like Genspark. It's a pretty cool app. They do have a free level. So here's a little screenshot here that gives you a little bit of information of the tools that are available to Genspark. So you can see it has access to Flux to make images. It has ideogram access to Google's Gemini Imagen tool. It has access to Kling to make videos, Pixverse, Lumaray, and now this says VO2, but now VO3 as well. So it has access to all of these tools and can use them on your behalf. And so each clip that you make in Genspark costs 840 credits. So that's how much it costs to make the VO3 clip. Okay. Now, Genspark Plus, which is about $25 a month, that'll get you 10,000 credits. If you upgrade to the Pro level, which is a bit pricey, but that gets you 125,000 credits. You do not need a VO3 or Google Gemini account at all to use the tool as we have gone through. And so that's a little bit of details there. And I do want to let you know, we did a deep dive on VO3 specifically. So if you want to know more about VO3, what it does, and how you can access it directly. So if you'd rather go use VO3 directly, we have a great workflow for that. And you can learn a lot more about some of the cool ways we're using VO3. So go check out that video. You'll see it's listed over there, but I'll drop a link to it. You should see that appearing on the slide as we wrap up today's video. And so producer Nick, is there anything else we need to cover before we wrap it up?
Yeah, our video generated.
Oh, it did. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Here.
So note for the editor, we may have to do a little bit of creative editing to reorient all of this because I need to record the ending of the video yet still. So video editor, I'll let you figure out what you want to do with all of this, but there we go.
All right, here, could you remove your screen and add mine?
I'll remove me and add you, okay?
All right, so here's the video, the full final video.
What's the weirdest thing humans do for fun?
Maybe karaoke?
Would you rather breathe oxygen or methane?
Oxygen?
Boring choice.
What's your favorite way to molt?
I don't molt.
Humans are so basic. Follow for more alien content.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah, and one thing too, we're playing that through the web page on there, and so a lot of the times too, you might see where the mouth is slightly out of sync. That's because we're playing through a web page over the live stream, but pretty good quality. Especially the little amount of effort you had to do to make that. So.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, then at this stage, I need to come. Let's see.
Here, I'll take myself off.
Yeah. All right, so appearing on the screen now is a link to that video where you can check out VO3 and our deep dive. Go check that video out. You're definitely going to want to see it. And on that note, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You'll see a red subscribe button down below. That way you can get more content on how to use AI to get traffic, get money coming in the door, and build and grow a business online. And if you got some value from today's video, tap that thumbs up and give us a like. That does help the algorithm understand how awesome this video is so it can show it to others. And with that, we shall see you next time. Bye for now. Now, audience, I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry about that. We are still live. And producer Nick, one thing I do want to cover, we're gonna do open questions. So I'll pop your questions about VO3 and about today's training in the chat. And then after that, we will be doing open questions on any topic at all. But before we're going to dive into a short commercial break, and I do want to let you guys know that I have a special training that we are doing on affiliate marketing. So if you've ever wondered how to do affiliate marketing with AI and have AI do it all for you, like it's a push button solution that does affiliate marketing so you can promote other companies' products and services and get paid for it. So you don't need your own product. You don't need to set up your own service, your own shopping cart, and all that stuff. You just let AI help you promote other companies' products or services. And so we have a live event. It's an encore of a recent webinar that we are doing tomorrow. So it is tomorrow. It is happening. And Nick, do you have a link for that? Did you push that out already?
I'm ahead of you. I already dropped it in.
Okay, fantastic. I'll pin that in the chat. So you can go check that out if you are at all interested in how AI can build a push-button simple affiliate marketing business for you. You're going to want to definitely see that. It takes place tomorrow. It is not here on YouTube. It's a private presentation. You have to register in order to attend. So go check out that link that we've dropped into the chat, and you can learn more about that and then attend tomorrow. So it'll be an event that is held live, and we'll be there in the chat to answer questions and help you out. And you can learn how to use our tools to build your own affiliate marketing business, even if you've never used AI before, you've never done affiliate marketing before. It's an amazing way to get a revenue stream up and running really quickly. And with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we will be right back with all of your questions. And let's see, I will go to this one. We'll be right back.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push-button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push-button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push-button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
All right, YouTube is doing an ad break, and so we'll be. Some of you are seeing ads and not seeing me, so we'll give everybody a moment for the ads to complete, and we will answer all of your questions. So, what questions have we got coming in, Nick?
Yeah, good question from Steve. He says, can you take 2 to 4 static photos from a photo location and generate a video from it? Yes. I know in natively inside of like Google calls it Flow. That's their video studio where you can use VO3. You can give it an image as a prompt and it will basically animate the image into a video. I don't know if inside of Genspark you can do the same thing. I haven't tried that out. So maybe that's something we can try out. I remember, I think when you do it that way though, with inside of Flow, it'll do VO3 videos, but without the sound. I think that's how it works. I think with this, if you want the sound, you have to do text video. And let's see, I'm scrolling down.
Yeah, so any questions you guys have about using VO3, about creating videos, creating ads, creating viral content, anything at all on topic, ask it now. We'll be opening up to Ask Me Anything in just a minute.
So Susan had some questions on how many videos a month you get instead of Genspark. So if you're on the Plus plan, which is $24 a month, that gets you 10,000 credits, and each video is 840 credits. That gets you about a dozen videos on the Plus plan per month. And then if you're on the Pro plan, which is $200 and something a month, that's 120,000 credits, which would get you 142 videos per month. And do you remember the pricing for Gemini Ultra?
Gemini Ultra, well, isn't it? I think they had a sale, but then it goes up to $250 a month after the promotion
it's on
period.
sale right now. Yeah. So with Gemini, so in Google's plan, you could. I guess right now we've showed you 2 ways to make videos with VO3. The first one is inside of Gemini, and you have to subscribe to Google's. They call it Ultra plan, which is $250 a month. That will get you 83 videos. And then there's Genspark's Pro plan, which is, how much was that? It's 200. I think it's also 250.
Yeah, it was $249. Yeah.
So I believe that makes the videos cheaper in Genspark on their Pro plan versus Google's Ultra plan. So
yeah, I know the Pro plan gets you a lot. It's a lot of videos you get.
So on Ultra, inside of Gemini, you get 80 something. And in Genspark Pro, the same price, you get 140. So you get almost 2 times the videos for the same price. I realized that just now doing the math.
Yeah. I have a question for you, Nick.
What's your question?
It's a really important question.
Oh boy. Let's get to it. Let's hear it. What's the question?
What do you call a haunted chicken?
What?
A poultrygeist.
That's so stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's good. So I don't know how I don't know how to rate that one.
Well, I told you on the dad joke scale, that's like the perfect. It's like that's where they cross stupidity and that's the perfect crossover for.
So I'll give this one a good rating. It's like an 8.2. That's a pretty
8.2. All right. Yeah, the silence. I wasn't sure how that was going to land there for a minute. 8.2. That was good. So chat, what do you rate that one on the dad joke scale? 0 to 10, 10 being best. What's your rating of that one? So it's what do you call a haunted chicken? A poultrygeist. I like it.
All right. So Steve has the same question that was asked earlier. Can you upload videos? Sorry, can you upload photos to create videos. I know you can inside of Flow. I don't know if you can inside of Genspark. Maybe we can test that. We'll try it out. I'll share my screen.
You want to do it now?
You know what? Let's do that right now. Let me find a good picture to test that out with first. Let's see. Okay, I have an idea. So
Aiden gave the poultry guys a 9. That's pretty good.
Whoa, nines are a pretty good score.
Yeah, Klaus gives it a 7. So that's pretty good too. All right. Thanks for the ratings. Let's see. Why is it? So I'll remove that, add that. Is that the right screen? Yeah. Oh, is that Bodie?
Yeah. So let's see if it does it. Oh, it looks like it's going to do it.
Huh. Let's see what happens. And Lisa's looking for a link. And Lisa, is that the link to join our masterclass tomorrow? Is that what you're looking for? I'm not sure which. No. We've talked about a few things today. So it could be our Ingeniosity newsletter to subscribe to that, or to go to the masterclass tomorrow. So the masterclass link is pinned in the chat. So usually I think on most people's screens, it would be up at the top, sitting at the top of the chat. And then Lisa, if you're looking for a different link, let us know and we'll dig it out for you. So while we wait for that, I have another question for you.
What's the question?
Why did the banana get promoted?
Why?
Because it was ripe for the job.
I didn't like that one.
I ruined my good score today. No.
Yeah, you ruined it. I didn't like that one at all. I feel so bad whenever I give things bad scores, but that's like a 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, I just asked ChatGPT for another joke, and it's testing a new model. It just tells me I get to choose between 2. So you guys want to help me? So look, I just asked ChatGPT for a joke, and it's giving me 2 responses, 1 and 2, and asking me which one is better. So one is horrible. Do you want to hear the horrible one?
I kind of don't. I want a good one.
Okay, then let's look at the other one. So here's response 2. Oh, both are bad. So I have no way to rate. So all I can do is rate which one I prefer, and both of them are actually really bad. So I'm going to just try to get it to give me another one. Okay. Yeah, it was testing out new models, and both jokes were awful.
Do you know what the deal is? Wasn't there some update with 03? There's like 03 Pro now or something like that. Do you know anything about that?
Today, 03 Pro released. Yeah. So that's the thinking. That is. Wow, my mind is going crazy. But that's ChatGPT's thinking model, OpenAI. And it's their best thinking model. It's called O3 Pro, and it's almost useless unless you have a really complex question or problem to give it. So it seems to be like way overkill for what most people are going to use it for.
Got it. Looks like our video is about to come out. It says it's 99% done.
All right.
Here, let me refresh and see if sometimes it says stuck on 99%. Oh, weird. It went back to 38%. Okay.
Oh, okay. It's still generating. That's weird.
The weird thing is inside of Genspark, the videos seem to generate slower than they do when you're inside of Flow, which is Gemini's video tool where you can use VO3. It's still faster overall to make them because it does the ideation and like the stitching of the clips together for you. But Yeah, it is weird.
I see a couple jokes coming into the chat. So Aiden says, "Why did the cookie go to the doctor?" It felt crummy. And then Brett says, "I checked myself into the Hokey Pokey clinic and turned myself around."
Oh, that's good.
And Alex gives Brett a 9 on that one.
Oh, it messed it up. It didn't do it.
Oh.
Here.
What messed up? That looks good to me.
Well, no, that's not taking the image as a prompt. It's making an entirely new thing. That's not Bodhi.
Oh yeah.
So it didn't do what we wanted it to do. So I guess the answer to who asked that, who wanted to know.
So are those both the same version of the video? Just one's bigger than the other on what's showing in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you and you can download it. So if I wanted to download it to my computer, I just hit download.
Yeah. Here, go full screen and play it again.
I like the video. It's just not what we were looking for.
Yeah, it just wasn't close enough to your original image. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next question. This is from Regina. She says, "Do you need to upgrade in Genspark to be able to have it use VO3?" Yeah, I don't think in the free plan it'll do it. I think you have to be on either their plus plan, which is $24 a month, or their pro plan, which is $250. But me and Bill discovered earlier, on their pro plan, which is the same as Gemini's Ultra plan, technically you get almost 2 times the amount of videos generated than if you were to subscribe to Gemini Ultra. So for the same price. Gus wants to know, do I have to have a big CPU/GPU memory and stuff? What kind of prerequisites? What kind of prerequisites do I need? None. It's a web app, so it's not using your machine to generate the videos. You don't have to have any specific prerequisites.
Yeah, if you can access the web, you could literally do it from your phone.
Yeah. Tammy says, "How many credits did it take for testing and complete video?" So each 8-second clip is 840 credits. So if you're on Genspark's Plus plan, you get 10,000 total credits a month. And you can re-up it. You can purchase more credits. And on their Pro plan, you get 120,000. So you get something on the Pro plan, you get 140 total videos to make a month. And so a clip that's a full video that's like a minute long will be 8 of these clips. So 8 times 840. It took 6,700 credits for a full 1-minute clip. And Alex has a really good suggestion. He says you should redo the AI president's ad with VO3. That's such a good idea. Although
the sensors aren't going to let. Yeah, VO3 is probably not going to let us do that. Yeah.
I could try and jailbreak it, see if it'll let me do it that way. But,
has anybody jailbroke VO3 yet?
Yeah, there's a guy on Twitter that I follow who all he does is he jailbreaks AI models.
And
And
by the way, for the audience who might not know what we're talking about, so most of the AI tools have policies and terms and conditions and things that they have to follow. And it's kind of baked into what's called the system prompt. So when you're chatting with it or using the tool, it's like forced to follow the rules, right? So the company that makes it sets up rules about what kind of content is non-compliant, or, what kind of content can you do, what can't you do, what are things that are harmful it's not going to let you do. And then people, it's like some of them, it's like their hobby. They jailbreak the AI tools to break them out of their training so that you can get them to do anything, like making racy pictures or videos when they're not supposed to, or getting it to teach you how to make meth at home, or so. But yeah, they jailbreak these, and then which then opens it up so that you can do stuff you're not supposed to. So I'm not advocating that. I'm not saying you guys should jailbreak stuff. Just to be clear.
And I might need some elaboration from Iconic Touch with Miss Sadie. So if you could, Sadie, if you could help us out and elaborate, that'd be very helpful. Here's her question. She says, do we need another program to run the completed VO3 videos automatically? I'm not quite sure what you mean. So if you could help us out there, I'd love to answer your question.
Say that one more time.
She says, do we need another program to run the completed VO3 videos automatically? I'm not quite sure what she means by that. So
yeah, so it generates the video that you can download onto your hard drive. So you have a finished video that you download onto your device when you're done there. So you don't need to go take that and then put it into some other tool. It just downloads right to your computer. And hey, Nick, I wanted to do another quick plug for our webinar tomorrow. So tomorrow, we're going to be doing an encore of our affiliate AI training. So if you'd like to learn how to use AI to make money with affiliate marketing, then you'll definitely want to see that, and see you pop that in there. So Nick has popped the link to that. That's pushbutton.ai/commission engine. Pushbutton.ai/commission engine. You need to register. It's a private session. It won't be here on YouTube. You have to go over there, register, and it's tomorrow. So we'll be doing that tomorrow as a special live encore of that training. And so I want to plug that. And then we're going to be doing a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back. Let's see, which one shall I do? I'll do this one. So we'll do a quick commercial break. It'll tell you all about Ingeniosity. And then, well, no, you know what? I'm trying to find the other webinar promotion one.
The masterclass, you mean?
Yeah. Because they all say demo, so I can't tell which one is which.
Here, I'll put it in.
Okay. So we have a bank of videos and commercials behind the scenes, and sometimes I can't tell which one to play. But we'll be right back.
Not yet a member of
right
Push Button AI? Then what are you doing? So I would like to invite you to a free masterclass. We're going to be covering in detail how to create an entire digital online course, an entire business, in fact, that can be set up 100% using AI. And if you'd like to attend that free masterclass, what you're going to want to do is head over right now to pushbutton.ai/free class. In that class, I'm going to show you how we can help two different kinds of people. Number one, if you've got a business and you want to add training, courses, or information to your existing business as a new profit center, or maybe a way to add value to your customers, then I'm going to show you how to do a detailed 10-module training course, including 50 to 60,000 words of content, have it set up and built for you by AI. Also, if you're trying to start your first business online and you're looking for a great business model to make some money online, then Push Button AI is the right solution. And I'll show you how you can use this amazing tool to build an entire business like that. In a snap, Push Button AI will build an entire course for you, create video training, audio training, write your sales page for you, write 30 days of emails for you, create your logo, build your website, set up your shopping cart, set the entire thing up, create a members area so that people can pay you to get access to the course, and you get to charge money and keep all the profits. It's quite easy. You answer 2 questions and you hit a button, and it literally does everything for you. A logo, a 30-day email sequence, your sales pages for selling your product. It creates the entire training course that you can charge money for. It installs your website, sets up your hosting, launches your site. It even helps you pick the perfect domain name, all powered by AI. You just literally log in, and start up your brand new business. So attend the free masterclass. I'll show you a live demo of how it works. I'll explain the entire business model so you can see exactly how does it work and how do you profit. That's pushbutton.ai/free class. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. You'll see it down below the video down there somewhere. Hit subscribe, hit the like button. It actually will make sure that you're notified next time that we go live. We release content all throughout the week, by the way. So we have videos on additional strategies and tactics we'll be dropping to you all week long. Check out all of our useful content. Head over to pushbutton.ai/free class if you're not yet a customer. Every paying customer, we're going to be taking today's training. We'll take all the prompts, all the resources, everything that you need to use it, and we're going to put it in your paid members area. So you'll see it in your AI profits course inside your members area. On that note, I'll see you there. Bye for now.
Goodbye and hello. All right. So let's continue with questions, and it's let's do Ask Me Anything. So any topic you've got, whether you need help getting traffic to your website, maybe your business is not making enough sales, whatever it might be. Maybe you're trying to pick your first niche market to know what niche to go into. Whatever your question might be, ask it now on any topic whatsoever. And this is where I get to help you take your business to the next level. So what are we left with, Nick, for questions?
Yep. Tammy says, so did that just cost you 840 credits for the dog video? Yes. So each 8-second clip is 840 credits. Alex wants to know if we named Bodhi after the movie Point Break. Bodhi is named after the Buddhist. Another name for the Buddha is a Bodhi or a Bodhisattva. So that's Bodhi's namesake.
I wish he was more Zen-like. That's the
no. It doesn't match his personality. He's not very Zen. He's kind of the opposite of his personality.
Yeah.
His personality is the opposite of his name.
Yeah, it's like he has ADD and autism all rolled into one, all at once.
He's a psycho. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I have a question for you.
Okay, what's the question?
How does a scientist freshen her breath?
How?
With experiments.
I like that. That's pretty good. That's like a 9. No
Oh,
more.
yeah.
It has to be the last one. You can't end.
Okay, so I
You're
won't
not
break
getting
my.
better than that.
Yeah, and I used 03 for that one. That actually is an 03 joke. So
Yeah, don't hit that anymore. Just stand on that joke.
So ChatGPT had to think deeply in order to come up with that one.
And I'll answer this question from Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Tom says, I purchased the 5-day class but never got access. How can I get access? Yeah, you got to reach out to help. Email help@pushbutton.ai, and she'll help you out.
Yeah, I'll type that into the chat there. And that goes for anyone else who needs support for anything with our products. That email address will get you straight into our support area. And then, Tom, the other thing I'd recommend, some announcement emails will be sent to you from contact@jobcrusher.com. So when you buy, you're going to get some onboarding emails that'll come from contact@jobcrusher.com. And our team calls you too. So you should be getting phone calls from us and emails from that address. So if in your email tool, whatever service you're using for email, try to whitelist that email address, contact@jobcrusher.com. And that will also help make sure it gets right into your inbox. Cool. Next.
Alicia says, I am an educator and I have a lot of content, presentations, and videos. I would like a tool that would help me organize and suggest ways to make this into a portal with multiple courses.
Well, it's a little self-serving, but I have a tool called Pushbutton AI that will do exactly that. So you can give it links, you can upload documents, you can point it to YouTube videos, and it will actually create courses based upon your materials. And then let you either give those away to get leads or let you sell that as a course. So if you're interested in that, guess we should, probably have her book a demo. I think would be the best way to do that.
Yeah,
So
I'll drop
Alicia,
a link.
yeah, if you'd like to see that, you can get with one of my team members, and you guys can jump on Zoom. They'll show you how it works and how all of that goes together. So that'd be one way to work with me and some of the tools that we have for sale. So that's how you can get access to that. Nick popped that in there. It's pushbutton.ai/demo. And you can book a demo to go talk to the team, see how it works, see if it makes sense for what you're trying to do. And then I have another tip. It's funny. I want to give you some additional tips, but I would recommend if you want to do just a good old-fashioned brainstorming session, it's not an end-to-end done-for-you solution like Pushbutton AI is, but Notebook LM is a tool from Google that could be really useful for kind of like making a library of your content, and then you can chat with it and brainstorm and get ideas from it. We've done some training on the channel teaching you how to use Notebook LM. So that would be another alternative, but it's not a done-for-you thing. It just allows you to upload all of the content and then chat with it and generate like outlines and ideas and things from the AI. And it'll also make a podcast out of your materials if you upload them. That is one thing that's kind of cool that it will do.
Well, another thing with the podcasts, you can actually, what's it called? There's a button. I think it's called interactive mode. You can talk to the podcast. So say you upload a PDF of your textbooks or something like that, and you ask it to make a podcast. You could use it as a study aid where you can actually talk to the contents of the textbook in real time. Then ask it questions of things you want clarification on.
Yeah, my favorite thing is actually to jailbreak the thing. You saw how I did that, right? Where I flipped it around and got them to interview me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's called interactive mode.
Yeah, interactive mode but you can start out by uploading your documents, your videos and stuff to it, and then you can chat with it. And if you want to ask it for ideas about what you can do with those materials, and then you can generate your podcast and then use interactive mode, like Nick said, and you can actually talk to the podcast hosts. They'll make a podcast about your content, and then you can talk to them. So, but definitely get your demo from Pushbutton AI and see if that's going to be what you're looking for. But there you have it.
And we're all caught up on questions now.
All right, fantastic. Well, then we'll do a final call for questions. And I want to remind everyone that if you haven't yet, subscribe. So that red button down there, it's begging for you to click it so you can get more content. We release training all the time. So every week there's new training we'll release on the channel. And then we're live every Wednesday. So to make sure you're notified and you can come and chat with us, make sure you subscribe. And if you've been here with me throughout this video and you got some value, definitely hit that thumbs up button. It would help me a lot. So I'll be very grateful for that. It helps give YouTube the feedback that they need to know that this is good content and that they should help get the word out about the channel. And then, yeah, so this will be final call for questions. It is Ask Me Anything. So you can ask any question on any topic, and we'll take it up and do our best to help you out. And which, by the way, did you find that useful today? This training on Genspark and VO3? Anybody going to dive in and use it? Was it useful to learn about it? I hope you got value from today's session. Yeah, definitely let us know about that.
I'm going to start using it for sure. That's very helpful. It is kind of annoying if you want to make a clip longer than 8 seconds to take each clip, drag it into CapCut, trim it, edit. It's not the end of the world, but it's kind of tedious and annoying, and you don't have to do that anymore. I think that's cool, in my opinion.
Well, between that and then also the help with like coming up with the ideas behind it. To me, that's the big thing is, if you don't know how to direct a video and if you don't want to have to think up what is in every scene. Oh, wow. My computer just freaked out. That was weird. Okay. Am I still here?
Yeah, you're here.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not sure what's happening to my computer, but my main desktop just completely turned off, back on, and then off and on again. Sorry for the distraction there. But yes, if you don't want to have to be the director, where you think through what every scene is going to be, what characters are in the scene, what are they going to say, what are they going to do, and here you can brainstorm all of that and let Genspark do all of that thinking for you, which is I think helpful to somebody who's not comfortable with prompting AI. Someone who's not an expert at it. It makes it so much easier.
Yeah. Oh, certainly.
All right. And then what else we got in the chat?
We have a dad joke from Tammy. She says, why did the AI break up with its calculator?
Why did the AI break up with its calculator? I don't know.
She says, because it couldn't compute their future together. What do you rate that one?
What do I rate that one? I'll give that a 7.2.
7.2. Okay.
Yeah, I'll give that a 7.2.
One wants to know, did this just start? We're actually just about to end, but you can rewatch the whole thing. Just take, I mean, you know how YouTube videos work. You just take the slider, take it to the beginning.
Yep. We're about to wrap up. And when we do, you just grab it, slide it all the way back and hit play, and you can watch from the beginning, and you can just pretend you were here on time.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. So we're all caught up on questions. Are you ready to end things off today? Yeah,
I think we are. So thanks, by the way. Tom says, fantastic content, Bill and Nick. Appreciate that. Tom's here. We'll let Tom, he said something nice before he asked the last question. So we'll cram his final question in here. What are your favorite AI tools to combine? And Nick, I'll go to you on that one.
Oh, my favorite AI tools to combine right now, that would be ChatGPT 4L for their image generator. And then I take the images and I animate them in another tool called Runway ML. The reason I say Runway ML and not VO3 is because, in my opinion, Runway ML is still better at taking image prompts than VO3. Once VO3 gets better at that, I'll probably change my answer to be 4.0 plus VO3. Now it's your turn.
All right. So my favorite two are to combine, which I'm surprised you didn't mention this one, which is deep research, number one. So I love for writing sales materials. If I'm going to write a long form sales letter, right? Or maybe I'm planning out a webinar that's like a lot of copy that I need to write. So what I will do is I will do a deep research session in ChatGPT deep research. I'll use O3 with deep research, and I will get it to dig into my target market. So I will describe my target market to ChatGPT. I will describe my products and services and any data about, what problems my product helps solve, what things it helps my clients with. And then I will ask it to do a tremendous amount of research and dig in to learn the underlying psychology, the emotional profile, and do all the market research for me that is needed before I would write my sales letter. So I do that with deep research. I get it to give me a report. I then take that report, and then I've been having a lot of luck with a tool called Manus to do sales copy. So then I take that, go over to Manus, and then get Manus to write my sales copy for me. So it takes the deep research as like the market research and all the psychographic research of my target customer, load it into Manus, and then Manus will write my sales letter. So
we should do a video on that. Manus is on my tool that I use to do YouTube keyword research. It's a tool called vidIQ. Manus is Manus related keywords are really strong. So
we can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
Manus
a workflow.
Is awesome. Manus is so cool.
In fact, my best-selling upsell page of all time was written 100% AI using that process. I didn't edit it. I didn't manually change it. The whole thing was written 100% AI, and it's my best selling, upsell, in terms of like someone buys a product, then you want to give them a one-time offer so they buy another thing on top. In the entire history of my company, this is the number one best-selling one, and it was written by AI. Yeah. So we can do the workflow on how I did that.
Yeah, what do you guys think? Sounds like Regina is interested. Sounds like My Ducky is interested. Kim says, do you have a prompt you could share for what all you... Wait. Do you have a prompt you could share for what all you ask it to profile your avatar?
Okay, so my deep research session, like what do I prompt it to start that off? Yeah, I don't have the prompt right here handy, but I can get it, and we could do if there's enough interest. It's purely up to you guys. If there's enough interest in the Manus plus deep research mashup training, then we'll do that, and I'll even bring my prompt so you'll be able to see that when we do that training. So I am seeing some yeses. Anyone else want Manus? Last chance to vote is right now. And we're going to wrap up.
Does my vote count? I vote yes. I'd like to play around with that.
Okay.
Well, Manus is very similar to Genspark. So I can imagine two videos. One would just be a straight how-to showing writing a sales letter or something. And the other one would be a Genspark versus Manus cage fight where they go head-to-head.
We could pit them against each other, have them argue.
Yeah, well, we give the same exact prompts to one to Genspark, one to Manus, and we see which ones we like better. Then we give it to a neutral. We give it to a third party like Claude or something, and ask it to rate the responses.
Or we could just have an old school debate and have them fight each other.
We could do that. I like that. That sounds fun.
Yeah, that'd be funny. We could prime them to say to justify why they're better than the other and have them argue with each other.
That reminds me of, I was telling you about this in the jacuzzi last week, but it's the this newsletter / magazine. They took 18 different AI models and they had them play a strategy game together, and it was really
that's right. And then each model has different characteristics. Like one was sneaky, one was more aggressive. Yeah, that's interesting.
It was kind of like a board game. Like if anyone in the audience familiar with Risk or maybe Settlers of Catan or something. I think the game's called Diplomacy. And Claude lost almost instantly because it was the only model that it wouldn't lie. It's kind of like a game of deception and strategy, and you have to be dishonest to get an edge over your competitors. Claude would never lie to the other models, so Claude lost first.
So it was Claude versus ChatGPT versus Gemini. Was Grok in there?
Yep. Grok
so versus Grok. Wow, that'd be fun.
Well, it was multiple ChatGPT models. 03 was in there. 4.0 was in there. And then there's multiple Claude models. Gemini was in there, both 2.5 and then the one right before that. Here, you know what? I'm gonna put a link in the chat if any of you want to read it. I think it's gated. I think you have to be a paying member of their newsletter to read it. But
no, you can. If it's a paid newsletter, we'll skip it. Let's just skip that. But maybe we'll see if we have time to do that. If we can get Manus and Genspark to fight over which one is better. Let's see if we can set that up. That'd be fun to watch. So maybe we'll do that next week, along with the deep research Manus combo. So we can do that. Okay, cool. Well, then I think with that, first off, Nick, thank you for your help once again. Great show. And everybody out there, thank you for tuning in. I'm glad you hung out with us today. And I do want to remind you that tomorrow I am going to be holding a private class on how to use AI and do affiliate marketing. So if you'd like to cash in with affiliate marketing, where you promote other people's products and services, you don't need to sell anything of your own, and you let AI do all the hard work for you, then I'll show you how to do that tomorrow. It's a private session. You must register. It will not be here on YouTube. So that link is currently pinned in the chat. And Nick, if you could pop that out there one final time, and that's my plug of the day for that. And then, of course, you can also subscribe to the Ingeniosity newsletter, and you can get all the playbooks. So we take the trainings like we did today on VO3, we turn those into playbooks, and we have a whole library of them that producer Nick has made available to you, and you can get that in his Ingeniosity newsletter. So that's the other little plug there. And with that, we're going to wrap it up, and I think I'll play us out with this one. So we'll see you next week. Bye for now.
The presidents, celebrities, or characters in this video are all fake and generated by artificial intelligence.
You know, the other day while I was resting my eyes, I woke up to find that I'd built an entire online business.
Really, Joe? How'd you manage to do that?
Well, you see,
Wait a minute, Sleepy Joe. Let me guess. You had push-button AI do all the work, didn't you?
That's right, Donald. It found me a fantastic domain name, built out a complete site, set up my shopping cart so I can get paid, and even wrote an entire email sales campaign for me, all while I was napping.
Well, I've been using push-button AI too. And believe me, my new business, it's huge. The best. So much winning, you wouldn't believe.
This push-button AI sounds phenomenal.
Oh, it is. It's almost as genius as I am.
But with better hair, no doubt.
Guys, all this talk is boring to me. What everyone needs to do is click the link of this video and go to the masterclass to see how to use this powerful technology to build their own profitable online business.
Well, if Elon says it, it must be worth a shot.
You're right, Barry. Everyone should click the link right now.
I can't believe I'm going to agree with Joe, but this masterclass sounds like it's going to be huge. Absolutely terrific. The best masterclass ever given, probably.
Okay, guys, how about we hit that link? Time is money.
"25 years of building online businesses, I've discovered that it can be a confusing and overwhelming process. Luckily, I made it through all of that, and I've generated over $100 million in results across all of my companies over the years. But for many entrepreneurs, like you maybe, you might be facing uncertainty, overwhelm, confusion about what to do next to make profit online. Whether you're starting your first business or you might be trying to grow your existing business. And if you would like to get certainty, clarity, and your own roadmap to success, then I'm offering a special one-on-one consultation. This is a one-on-one success session. It is absolutely free. And the reason I'm offering this is because I've found that if you help people understand their roadmap and their path forward, that they'll do business with you when it makes sense. So by showing you and helping you get that clarity, get that certainty, and having your own roadmap to achieve success through online entrepreneurship, I know that if it's a right fit, that you'll do business with me in the future. So I'm willing to offer this totally free to join a member of my team and learn for yourself. And don't worry, there is no high pressure sales tactics here. This is just help to help you succeed. So instead of the high pressure sales, we're going to jump on with you one-on-one. We'll have an interview session to learn a little bit more about you and put together a specific program. We'll do a follow-up call, and you'll be able to join one of my experts, and they're going to help you achieve the clarity that you desire so that you know what to do, so you can make the maximum amount of profits fast for your unique situation. In this session, you're going to uncover exactly what business and marketing strategies are going to unlock the profits that you're looking for. You're going to uncover the best lead generation strategies for existing business owners. So if you've got a business that you want to expand, we're going to cover how to do that. If you're a new business owner, we're going to cover how to start your first successful business. We're going to help you deal with any overwhelm, confusion, or uncertainty on what to do next, which I find for new entrepreneurs is vital. Then we're going to help you figure out what might have gone wrong in the past, because chances are you've probably tried a few things and you might be frustrated with what happened. So we're going to cover what went wrong from past marketing efforts so that you don't make those mistakes again. Then you're going to discover unique methods of affiliate marketing that are not possible anywhere else. Finally, we're going to uncover any issues you might be having with mindset and the way you're approaching and thinking about your business so that you can learn what is the optimum way to get productivity, to stay motivated, to not go into procrastination, and actually get things done in your business. And then, if our push-button business building tools are the right solution for you, we will do a personalized live demo for you, and we'll show you how our tools can help you. And if it's a good fit, awesome, we can do some business together. And if not, you come away from the session with some value, knowing exactly what you need to do next. And that helps me achieve my mission in life, which is to help as many entrepreneurs like you as possible. Claim your absolutely free success session by going to the link that you see on the screen below and find exactly how we can help you. And whether or not you choose to do business with me now or sometime in the future, or maybe we don't do business at all, I am happy to be able to help you in your journey as an entrepreneur. I look forward to hearing all about your session. We'll see you next time.